We're off to plant the final transmitter after discovering the truth about the ghosts that have been talking to us.
Could we... Sorry, but could we just take a breather for a
That's
second
probably a
here?
good idea.
Because that was a lot.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we earned it, I guess. 2 minutes.
Might need more than a few minutes.
So, parentage is just moon gazing and yoga mats. That's good to know, I guess. They actually remind me of another group like them. The Migration? I remember when they were pitching tents in the 90s. But the actual act, the natural act, migration, pretty interesting. How baby birds do it instinctively. So sometimes programming, like bird programming, has a glitch. And birds will actually fly north, instead of south. And the ones that do, they hook up. And suddenly, we have a whole new generation of birds going the wrong way. I wonder about the other birds, the ones flying the natural way, when they see birds going in the opposite direction. And I just wonder how many of them change their mind, turn around. I wonder how many of them find a different way.
I think he's talking about the two of us.
This reminds me of that story I told you.
I'm pregnant.
Oh.
Beg pardon?
I found out before I took the job. I'm 2 months.
Oh.
Then I do have that 2020 hearing. Congratulations? I'm sorry, is this a balloons and yay type of thing? Or, let me know there.
No balloons.
Copy that. Okay. I am understanding more why you'd want to take this job. Security, I sense a security. Maybe you're planning to move back. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I'm talking.
Because you're uncomfortable.
So I'm just gonna take one colossal, metaphorical step back and let you drive our, little chat here. Starting now. Step taken.
Look, Jacob, I just needed to say it out loud. I haven't told anyone yet. You're technically not supposed to before 3 months, but whatever.
If you don't already know, which one would you prefer, a boy or a girl? I have no idea when you can, identify.
Look, if it's human, I'm happy. Fate can sort the rest of it.
And, any names? And if I'm prying, please say so.
There's a shiny up there.
I'll just immediately stop talking.
I was thinking, maybe Jacob.
Just make sure you spell it with the C. Those Jacobs with the K's out there just think they're so much better. They're the worst. Trust me.
You know I'm lying, right? I'm not naming my kid Jacob.
Hey, it's a good backup plan, huh? But only with the C. So, bird's eye, how do you, feel overall?
Petrified. In just every way possible. And more ways to be invented, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure, but hey, how often are things as scary as we think they're gonna be, I mean, tonight is a bad example, but still. Maybe this is weird, but, thanks for telling me. I appreciate it.
Look, I don't want to be treated differently. Not even a little.
Not even at all, promise.
Jacob, don't make promises you can't keep.
Boy, night of surprises. But it's nice to have one that's different, in the good way. Come on, one last transmitter. I think I know a good spot.
Well, that changes a lot, and it makes a lot more sense. We're definitely seeing... No, there's a shiny over here. We're not going that way. Confirms for sure that we are seeing a possible future with Rex. Was that the name of the kid we were talking to?
Olivia will never forgive us, How's that sit with you? Like, she'll never, ever. It's eternal anger, this one.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel.
She was still trying to experiment with this stuff, even then.
I still cannot believe the progress we've been making. Yet it feels as if we've barely begun climbing. Between your theories about the potential of the electromagnetic field and the technology we're developing, I feel illuminated. The bright light of possibility, like the moon is illuminated by the sun. Hoping for our next experiment. We could try a new location? Though I must say, the silent audience of headstones is soothing to me, for however strange that must sound. I must confess, I took a look at Tom's headstone out of unconquerable curiosity. My deepest condolences. So young. Too young. Maggie.
I'd love to join you at the booth, but, for the rest of her life, when Olivia thinks of me, it'll ruin her day. I hate that. But hey, she wanted the radio so badly, you should have welded it to her hand. So, let's take care of this last transmitter and never be forgiven. Comfortably. I should learn from you.
I feel like...
How did my night go from wondering just how many different lights can pop up on my dash to being scared of the power of a radio? That's, like, not a thing to be scared of. Murders. Bad test results. Those count.
So what is something to be scared of? What's your biggest fear?
Distracting me from fear by asking about fear is, yeah, a choice, but sure. You ever heard of an ant float? It's not a dessert. Well, look that up sometime, and enjoy having a new recurring nightmare. I'm scared of a radio. This is where my life is led. Add that to the list of things I'll never look at the same. And I don't mean radios. I mean, well, beer? Yeah, I think it'll feel a little different after tonight, if that makes sense. Let's get the transmitter placed. I can only eat so much panic.
I like the fact that the conversations continue. By the way, I hope you guys are happy I'm editing out all of the loading screens.
Hey, I was meaning to ask, when you were, in my house, in my bedroom is this, thing I've been working on for years. Clay sculpture? I can't remember if I covered it up or not, but, assuming I didn't, and assuming you took a look, and assuming you formed an opinion upon looking, what might that opinion be? Lots of assumptions there, I realize.
Yeah, I saw it. It was kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm ever gonna get it downstairs. So, thoughts, questions, comments? Minor criticisms that'll keep me awake at 2 a.m.? Under this hat, I'm all ears. And conditioner.
I genuinely, objectively, without a shred of consideration for politeness, liked it.
Well then, I genuinely, objectively, the rest of that, appreciate it. I usually just work with scrap metal. I figured, branch out, Jake. It's a work in progress, both the sculpture and the branching. Maybe someday it'll leave the bedroom, have the world uncover it, See if it was worth the dirty fingernails.
That reminds me, there was like a place underneath his house. Should I check that out? Should I check that out before? Oh, there's this lighthouse too. Oh yeah, that's where we started at. Let's just quickly go over there and see if we can do anything with the radio.
Maybe. A wonderful word. Yeah, how it lets you off the hook of responsibility in such a gentle way.
This is the wrong way, isn't it? Is it? It is. See if we can contact our friends.
Man, weather this month. It's usually unpredictable, but the temperature's been crazy cold for weeks. Do you ever
Doesn't look like it.
Kamina?
Yeah. Actually, I liked it here.
Oh.
I got sad when I realized I wouldn't talk to the old guy who owned the video rental place ever again.
Oh, I just assumed you left because it was, I don't know, lacking.
I didn't want to get stuck. Dad never left, or never will leave, I guess I should say. And I just didn't want to be like him. At least not in that way.
Well, you're definitely your own person now. I mean, I remember the guy. I hardly see the resemblance.
I accidentally chose that.
Yeah, me neither.
So, embarrassing confession. Before my truck broke down, I was headed to the library to return a book I was a month late in returning. I'm talking 30 proper days, and I never even finished it. Athena and I walk there all the time. So I figured 2 birds, you know? Maybe she was chilling by the Dropbox. There's precedent.
You're a monster, Jacob Summers. I'm ashamed to know you.
Terror of the fiction section, that's me. Yeah, but really, I could have waited another 30 because Kamina PL got rid of late fees last September. I mean, is it weird that I don't mind paying late fees? I get that getting rid of them promotes library usage, which is a big plus. But I mean, there has to be consequences. Life is nothing but late fees.
No, I get it. Hell, they should increase the fees. Give that lesson a capital L, you know what I mean?
Bold, uncompromising, and a little scary. I like it. Anyway, now you know. Judge me. Go ahead.
You know what? At this point, you might as well keep it. Make the library really learn the lesson.
Whoa, getting systemic. Maybe you're onto something. But my guilt will eventually eat my feet. I'll return it.
Now, there's a dog on the windmill, and it's pointing to the right. Is that a hint at where the puppy is? Not sure what, did I get a shiny here?
But that's all I have. My architecture.
Maybe there's just nothing to this spot? I don't think we can go to the right. Can't open the door. Maybe we end up coming back here later. Can't go down here. Huh. I'm just gonna. I'm tempted. I kind of want to go to the right. Where the
You know, I used to think about Maggie Adler and just what she used to tell me about all this, at least an hour of every day.
I call it windmill.
With time, it faded, you know, like everything. But I never stopped playing around with radios, trying to prove her right, trying to vindicate her a little. Everything that's been going on these last few months has really stirred up a lot. I'd be so absolutely crazy if this has to do with her.
Oh.
You sound like you miss her.
I mean, we were pals, you know? I used to practically live at the library, and she'd come and check out books on electromagnetism. She'd ask what I was reading. No one else would. She was a character, and I was so young. I don't know. I was a kid and bored and my house sucked, so, you know, why not hang out with some weird old lady who believed in magic? Eventually, I'd stopped going to the library. I'd read all the Encyclopedia Browns anyway. And she just carried this weight on her. You could see it in her trembles. It just got to be too much eventually. Sadness was like radiation. You can only be around it so much. Before... yeah.
Can we visit her? Maybe she can help?
She died a few years back. I actually went to the funeral. Her only request was to be buried somewhere you couldn't see water. They did it on a hill inside of town. I think I was the only one to attend.
Oh.
Never wanted that to happen to me, you know? make no lasting connections. It didn't make me feel good to see her like that.
That was nice of you.
I mean, was it? Actually, sure. Thanks. Come on. Onward.
I want to see if there's maybe another hint. Just want to see what's over here. Oh, I bet you the dog is in that, wasn't there like a mound that we saw? Like a animal mound? Yeah, I don't see another like hint that's as obvious as that one. Just gonna look here though. Aside from maybe the flag fluttering there to the left. I'm not gonna go back over. All right, it's a bit of a wild dog chase, but I think it's worth investigating. And this is the spot where you could go 2 different directions to end up at the same spot, right? Or was that a different one? Anyways. So what direction can we... Yeah, I think we have to go down to go up, huh? Unless there's some interesting conversation, I'll probably just edit to us getting back to where we were before we took this long detour. Where we did find out some info that we didn't before, which is pretty cool. 1 0 7 107. Wait a second. Weird. There's something playing backwards. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in this game, isn't there? We're back on track. Oh, look at the triangle. 3 a.m. I couldn't think of another spot where we could use the radio. Maybe I just forgot about it.
Yeah, we should be able to open this lock now with our newfangled radio, just like we did with the one Parentage was using.
Oh, great. We got lucky there.
All right, let's find it.
What? My architecture.
It's the same station that we keep getting.
12.
Baseball game. I thought it was lower. Am I going too fast? Creepy.
Time, I would still carry certain aspirations.
It's like the soundtrack of all my playthroughs. Where is this lock at? There it is. There it is.
You know, it always blows my mind that someone had to invent the bridge. Like, I know they happen naturally, lightning hits a tree and it falls down and all that. But at least once, at one point, there was some guy looking at a river going, hey, wait a second. We can just go over it. They put this one up in the late 1800s. I guess that's why I'm thinking about it. How people must have looked at it, the bridge. And for some people, it was their only way to work. Maybe it was where they had their first kiss, right? First fist fight, where they proposed. But now, that bridge doesn't mean anything. It's just, you know, I don't know. It just makes you think. I don't want to live forever. But I don't want to die forever either. You know what I mean? I don't want to be actual nothing, you know? But an eternal consciousness is just as scary.
Sure, but it's unavoidable. Eventually, the universe will forget about Shakespeare. And if the bard ain't going the distance, sorry, you ain't either.
Oh, great. Let's upgrade the dread from immortal to existential.
There's also been a lot of bridges, right? The bridges usually are over water. And that's where the kind of events occur. Actually, that one by Charity Point isn't over water. But that's where the events occurred where the ghosts, the teen ghosts, would take over the non-teen ghosts. The teen non-ghosts.
Not the church, but the behind the church. That's part of the old mine system. We could probably get up there if we find the other end of the tunnel. Which, you know, big if.
Sorry, am I missing something? I mean, hey, who doesn't love claustrophobia and centipedes, but how does that help what we're doing?
Right, sorry. Got ahead of myself a little. What I mean is that the ledge up there seems like the best spot to drop the transmitter. To me. But full transparency, I honestly just wanted to suggest a plan A before it became, let's climb the rickety church tower. Maybe you have other ideas.
Okay.
Yep, I'm on board. Let's find the other end.
Hey, you're the one with the transmitters.
I kind of want to check down here first. Does that make sense? Even though we might be going down there later. Oh, that's to go into the mines. I think. Okay. Let's look around here first, then go down. Oh. It's shiny too. The last letter talked about the graveyard.
What is this?
Broken? I'm not 100% sure what it used to be, but that doesn't look functional. Huh. I think I've seen one of these before.
Is it, on? Or working at all?
No, and no, and no. This thing is definitely busted. I wonder what that cable is connected to, and what it's for.
1848 to 1892, 1870 to 1892, 1861 to 1892. Almost all of these over here died in 1892.
Yeah, similar story over here. Something bad, I guess? Gold Rush era town. I wonder what happened.
Oh! I looked up the saying blue moon, and they talk about blue moon in this. There's a blue moon, and then there's like a rare blue moon, where the moon actually looks more blue than it normally does. And they said it happens a lot when there's smoke in the air. So like a volcano or like big forest fires, which is what's going on right now in Canada where I live. So I bet that's been kind of like a recurring theme is like fire. And so I wonder if there was like a big fire that happened in this town that caused the blue moon.
Riley, are you there?
Yeah.
What do you want, Olivia? Over.
I saw you losers walking in. But you totally didn't notice me. Oblivious. Caught up in your own crap. No one and nothing else could possibly exist.
Oh.
Are you watching us right now?
No. Yes. Maybe. A.
Did you guys see her?
You'll believe me no matter what I say. B. You couldn't find me even if I was. So, C. Dumb question. I tried to get some replacement tech off those, whatever the hell they are. It's all bolted together, so I broke it instead. But look, you have no idea what you're trying to, like, prevent. You can't stop the weather, it's the equinox. You know what that means? You know that thing you saw in the sky? To you, it's the ocean. And you're trying to build a dam with twigs. It's a waste of time. And it won't work. Okay?
I don't know if you've ever heard of beavers, but...
Listen, I'm gonna save you some trouble, cause I know you're just dying to say. You think you know everything, but you're young and blah, 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 vomit, choke, die. But here's my secret. I know that I don't know everything. I don't know how ketchup works. So save it.
There's not much to the condiment, just tomatoes and sugar. Probably some food dye.
Vinegar.
Go put some tomatoes in a pot and sprinkle sugar on top. See if you make ketchup. My point is, I know one thing for sure. I know what I want. I know it, and I know I can get it. And I think that's a lot more than most people. Do you know what you want, Riley? Think about that.
God, what an annoying person. I almost said the B word. Sorry.
Right? Let's hurry it up.
Okay. Ingrid.
Parentage was trying to recruit Maggie Adler or something?
Well, I appreciate your attempts to rouse this old sleepwalker. I don't think parentage... Discover the complete Adler's letter set to. I don't think parentage is the group I need. I'm sure they're good people. You're good people. But I really don't need a social club. And particularly one with such obscure beliefs. I know you said I could ignore the bells and whistles, as you put it, the star maps and all that, but I can't help but feel uneasy with the things they choose to call important. Changing the context of your perspective is manipulation, Ingrid, even if it's for an ostensibly good purpose. Regardless, at the end of the evening, I'm perfectly content with my books, my thoughts, and my easy chair. The chattering of wind chimes is enough for me. Thank you for the invite, M. Okay, well, I do kind of want to check out the church. Even though we said we were going to go the other way. Because, yeah, it's burnt, right?
Locked. Story of my life.
Huh. Okay. Well, less than ideal. So, time to invest in a battering ram?
It's never simple, huh?
Yeah, there's a reason this place was abandoned.
Cute and creepy. Not your usual flavor pairing.
All churches, chapels are creepy to me.
Maybe,
I grew up Jewish, so these places always felt not for me. I always gave them a certain je ne sais creep. It happens.
No, this one is legit creepy. I don't blame you.
Good woodworking, though. I'll give them that.
maybe it's not burned, just the wood is old and moldy. Let's follow this. Is that another radio?
Okay, this is how my mind works. I just remembered something. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Howie.
Howie who?
How are we gonna hide this dead body?
That was awful.
I thought it slightly relevant? Maybe not. Just trying to lighten the... Never mind.
Is there a path we can walk down there? No, okay. It looked like there's a bit of a path. I keep trying to find stuff that's like, oh.
I see benches and some kind of weird flag with a pickaxe.
NWMA Garland chapter. Oh, okay. I think I can guess. National... No. Northwestern Miners...
Workers Association?
Miners because of the flag.
Association? The Northwest Miners Association?
Ah, that's it. Or at least it brings back memories of 8th grade Oregon State history. This hall now stands as a permanent memorial to the 12 brave souls who lost their lives during the collapse of Latimer Mine Shaft.
There you go.
Dedicated by the families of the dead on this day of February 7th,
Not a fire.
1892. Forever in solidarity. This is some kind of equipment. I can't tell what it's monitoring. Huh. I think I've seen one of these before.
Could Olivia have planted this?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe? I just don't know how this would help her. Wonder what that cable is connected to, and what it's for.
I think we're gonna find out. Any shinies?
Finally, answer. Come on, manners.
Yes?
Maggots and mildew. You notice that's all that stupid town Garland is? No wonder it was abandoned. It deserved it.
You're like really negative. Anybody ever tell you that?
No, I'm really honest. People like to mix up the two when they don't want to face the truth. I like your vest, by the way. I could never find one I liked. That wasn't like $10,000.
Thrift store, actually. You'd be amazed what you can find in them.
With all the bedbugs I can eat, I'll bet. It's a shame we'll never be friends. I mean, aside from the fact that you're like 50 or whatever, they tell me you're dependable, reliable, have a big heart. Whatever that means. They say you're a real peach.
We could still be friends, you know. And I'm actually 100. I just have good genes.
No, we can't be friends. Not when I'm done here. It's too bad. I can never find anyone who liked vests as much as me. Maybe in the next life, you know? Maybe then all our dreams will come true and look great doing so. Maybe.
We can't be friends because she's like leaving this world, right? To be with her parents?
Garland Post Office, established 1878. Why are there so many, wires, cords, cables, whatever, leading into that building? This isn't open still, right?
No way. And they look, fresh? Sure, we'll call them fresh. Either someone was here recently, or someone is here presently.
Huh. I wonder why.
Yeah, beats me.
The door's not going to open, right? What?
Jesus!
What?
Hey, if you're in the post office and you're a human being, answer this,
Huh?
please.
Who's that?
Hello?
You heard that on the walkie,
Anyone there?
right?
If you're a human being, answer, please.
Hi. Yes, I'm a human.
Yeah, of course you are. At least tell me you didn't break my equipment. Over.
No, wait, what's all this stuff for, exactly? Over.
Name's Hank Chapman, and I just took your
Oh, he's like a paranormal investigator, right?
Otherwise, it'll be the wall.
Jesus, you're not a creep, are you? Tell me this isn't a creep thing. Over.
The picture's there. Keep it if you want. Not a creep, just curious. Listen, I'm an amateur hobbyist investigator of the inexplicable.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but tonight has been... the professionals would likely call it unusual. Around town, I've set up a series of EMF boosters. Equipment I use to capture, well, let's call it evidence of the unusual. Something's been screwing with them, so I need them checked. One of them is outright not responding. I'm assuming the worst. Can you help me out?
What's in it for me?
Sure, you got it.
It's a good deed for messing up the picture. Think of it as karma. Now, there's a generator in the post office with you that powers the boosters. Think of the EMF boosters like a safe. You put in the right code, you get to see what's inside. If you spot anything, maybe snap a picture. If you can, I'll make it worth your while. Call if you have any trouble. See you in the obit. Over and out.
I think he's talking about this thing, right? It says EMF on the side here.
You think this could help us?
Hank seems like I want to say a nice guy, but these EMF booster things, It's a fun pet project for him, but unless they're gonna help us plant this transmitter, I say let's ignore it and try the mines. You know?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to dismiss anything that might be of use.
No, I get that. I just don't see how this will be of use yet. I think that came from outside.
There's something up here too, the picture.
Andrew Rhines, postmaster 1878 to 1903. Must have been the first.
Huh? Oh, right. First postmaster for the town. Yeah, that makes sense. Why they'd hang a picture. 1878. Wow. Kinda got some Teddy Roosevelt vibes. He looks more easygoing, though.
That was a big deal back in the day, by the way, like being the postmaster.
Tragedy. 12 lives claimed in deadly mine shaft collapse. Latimer Mines no longer in operation. Garland mourns its greatest enterprise alongside 12 cherished sons. Ugh. From 1892. I guess that's when things started to go downhill.
Yep.
Okay, I'm assuming this activated that portal.
Hank mentioned grabbing a picture. I've got my camera with me. Let's see if we find anything flashworthy. Check it out, another one. The last one was helpful. Maybe whatever's inside this one will be too. Or whenever's inside.
Let's check this first.
So we got some numbers here. Or digits, I guess, on a dial.
Just, yeah. Careful. Etc.
Oh. Isn't there that 107? Remember that 107 number we heard?
Hey, Nick, it's Riley. You staying safe out there?
Riley, I'm here! Hanging by half a thread, but I'm here! You hearing me? Riley?
Nick, it sounds horrible out there. Have you lost your mind?
Maybe! The sky, Riley! Can you see it where you are? It's like it's alive! Pulsing and fighting and pissed off! Just look at it!
Get off the radio and focus!
Don't you see, Riley?
That's not a good sign.
Great.
Yeah, I just hope he's smart enough to turn around.
We put 0 in? I don't know what number I'm supposed to put in, but we heard 107, so I'm gonna put that in. Maybe we can tune into something to figure out the code. What about the broken one,
hey,
though?
Maybe we should try going inside the time tear. Just to, see if those boosters did something.
Oh. Okay. That's actually kind of cool. I like... Whoa. I don't like help like that in games. Like God of War 2 is so annoying with that. But in this case, we're kind of working together. So it makes sense. Although I guess they're working together in God of War 2 also. But it was just too much.
Hey, things are different? Wow. Okay. That must be what the boosters do.
1100.
Oh my god. Amazing. Riley, this is amazing. Look. Like Mother Earth, man, she is no slouch. Smells a lot better too.
Yeah, I should have just left it alone. Oh, this is much better looking than any hardware store.
Most hardware stores, sure, but I've seen some lookers. You'd be surprised.
This is interesting. So that's going to let me get into the mine? Okay.
We can't get through the church and the mine is caved in. Well, we know we can change timelines with Hank's equipment. There has to be something there.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, good point. We should be able to open up a time period when the mine was open through his boosters.
That's a sentence.
So we have to put the year in
when I got out of
that we
bed
want to
this
go
morning.
to. And the year we want to go to is the year that the cave-in happened, I guess? What was the year again? $1892. Oh, 1878 is when the town opened, though. Okay. 1878. One of them stuck. And I think it's stuck on 1, right?
Okay, let's see. We know they're affecting the time tunnel, right? So, I think it's just a matter of getting the right time.
Oh, that's cool.
The cave's open. The mine, I mean. Or am I not getting this?
1878? Then this one, I assume this is the one, right? At the beginning? That's why we can't mess with it, because we don't want to go to the year 3000. They didn't want to make like that many different variations. Was there one to interact with, though, in here? Did we read this?
Garland Post Office, established 1878.
Yeah, I don't see a way to change this one. Well, let's just go in and see what happens. Oops. Or could we move? Can we just see this again? Okay, I can't move to the side. Okay.
God.
1870.
Good long look. I know we got a job to do, but like, this is unbelievable.
Wasn't too shabby when she had, townsfolk, huh? Ugh, makes the abandonment all the more tragic.
Yeah, it feels strange to see it up and running. Or running, in quotes. Let's look around.
So we're gonna have to go later, I guess. I don't think the mine's actually open yet, yeah. So this is when the town was formed, but not when the mine was open. And we can't change the final number. So we got to go with between 1878 and 1892. So 1880. Oops. Town opening, line collapse. Or we should go 1890, right? Because we know it was open, but before the collapse. It's a neat little puzzle. I like how it uses the history of the town. There we go.
Hey! Oh, awesome. It's open, see? Oh, thank God. I can't believe that worked.
It's rare I get to feel this smart.
Yes, accomplishment is a nice feeling.
I guess I don't feel that smart. Just nice that it conveniently extends right to here. Anything over here?
This is a random question, but what made you move away? From Kamina, I mean.
My dad. Our relationship seemed beyond repair, and so I wanted to make a clean break of it.
Yeah. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I don't know why I keep thinking about that. Maybe because, as a kid, I wanted to be treated like an adult, but without growing up. I'm sure most kids feel like that. I want to stay up all night and do whatever I want, but I don't want any bills to pay.
I never wanted to grow up. I never wanted the responsibility of making decisions.
You and me both.
I always wanted life to just happen to me. It's sad when it can't anymore.
There's just something about Garland. How the town just couldn't keep up with history. It must make me babble about all this stuff because I never left Kamina. And sometimes I wonder if I should have. My life would be really different. I wouldn't be here, for one thing.
Hey, maybe you should have. You still can, you know.
Yeah, I know. If we survive whatever's happening right now.
We'll make it. Right, guys?
I just always hated that expression. But nobody wants to die. It says nobody wants to do the work. To find enlightenment. Well, enlightenment's hard goddamn work, okay? No shame in sticking to what you know.
It's getting good at jumping. Almost as good as
I'm
us.
sorry. I think I just missed my dog. She was the one who usually had to suffer through these, Jake tutorials.
Oh,
I
no!
realize just how stupid they sound when you're talking to someone without a tail.
I should have gone to that mount.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I might have a vestigial one, you know. Don't assume, buddy.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go after. Shoot, I should have gone.
I want to say thanks. Thanks for letting me help tonight. This feels like the most worthwhile thing I've done in a very long time.
Like we're just casually jumping like that.
That's all.
Hey, anytime. Though also, hopefully, never again.
Yes, totally. All right, that's enough of that. We're late for church. Come on. Oh, hey, I think this is it. Great view, right? Sad city, great view.
You should work for the tourism board. Clearly you have a gift for slogans.
That'll be my backup plan. You know what? The top of the chapel's the better bet. Higher, less obstructed. Let's do it.
I'm already doing it, man. This is the final one. Okay.
Whoa.
All the way.
Maneuver. If I tried that, my spine would fall out of my body.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll feel it tomorrow when I can't get out of bed.
Oh my god, I went for a bike ride and I got caught in a storm, guys. Like a thunderstorm. Whoo! It was intense. I like biked harder than I've ever biked before, and I'm in terrible shape. And I felt it the next day.
Oh, sorry. Do you smell that?
Hey, I didn't do it.
No, not. I didn't smell it before, but that's rot. That's. Woo.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's bad wood rot. Hurry up and stick the transmitter.
Oh, it's gonna fall!
Jacob!